Okay folks, I got an 8-pound pork shoulder here that I'm gonna do in the SmokePro, the Camp Chef DLX today for Christmas. But your pork shoulder there can be called several different things. Blade roast, Boston butt, all of them. It's the shoulder off of the pig, no matter what they call it, but you have this fat cap on top that I like to be facing up. So I'm gonna get this thing seasoned up, and I'm gonna flip it over and start on the bottom first. That way when I flip it back over, it's the way I want it. But what I do with my pulled pork is I cover it in mustard and then with the dry rub. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll check back in with you. See, I put the mustard on and then I wipe it around. Gives the rub something to stick to. This is how I've always done it. Okay, I'm going to get off of here so I need both hands here. Alright, the bottom's all done. I got it all coated with the rub. Now I'm going to flip it over so the fat cap is up, and then I'm going to season that. I like to put anything I'm going to do in the smoker on one of these Bradley racks. Makes it easier for me. I don't have to keep touching the meat. I can just pick the rack up and set it on the smoker. So I'm going to flip this thing over. I'll show you the top. Here's the top. I'm going to cover with mustard and then rub it and get it all ready for the smoker. Some people trim this fat cap off the top of this shoulder roast. I don't. I wouldn't recommend you do. It's what kind of helps maintain the moisture in the meat as it's on the smoker. So let me get this seasoned up and I'll be back. There it is, folks. All seasoned up. Now I'm going to go get the Camp Chef, my SmokePro DLX fired up. I'll show you that. And I always allow roughly an hour and a half per pound to get this done. This was about an 8-pound shoulder roast, so I've allotted about 12 hours today to do this. It's about 7:30 a.m. right now. Around 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside. This is going to be the first pulled pork I've done on the SmokePro, so we'll see how it turns out. Folks, I'm out at the smoker, and I'm going to do my best here. It's still pretty dark out, because here in Indiana we can't even figure the time out. It's still dark at 7:30 in the morning. My hopper needs some pellets. I'm going to use these apple pellets here and fill the hopper up, and then I'm going to turn this on, and it's got a 10-minute start sequence. I'm going to set it at 250 degrees. Okay, I'm all set. Got the hopper full. I've never used this smoker to do a pork shoulder for this long, and it's a little chilly out. It's like 35 degrees, supposed to get up to 40, so I'm sure it's going to burn through quite a bit of pellets, which I'm fine with that. So I've plugged power into the Camp Chef here. I'm going to set the dial to 250. You can see the controller says start. That'll go through a 8-minute warm up where the auger is going to feed some pellets into the fire pot. There's a hot rod in there that's going to start glowing and start this thing up. So I'm going to let it get warmed up, and I'm going to put the pork shoulder on here, and I'll show you the probe. There's a probe that goes in right here, comes up and goes through. There's a hole right here, and then I'm going to put that into my pork shoulder. I'm going to run the pork shoulder up to I always take mine up to about 203 degrees internal temperature. And my guess is that's going to take about 10 hours today to do. So I'll check back with you. Alright, we just came off the 8-minute startup sequence. Smoker's starting to warm up. We're at 212 degrees. I'm gonna go in and get my pork shoulder and get it on here. You know I said 1.5 hours per pound, but don't ever go by time, go by temperature of whatever meat you're cooking. I'm gonna take the pork shoulder up to 203 degrees, which is way past what you would have to get pork to, but that's what makes it fall apart, so you can pull it real easy. So this thing's warming up, and I'm gonna get the shoulder on here. I got the shoulder out here. I don't have any help today to help film, but these Bradley racks that I use, this is why I use them, because now I don't have to use tongs to put the shoulder on the smoker. I can just grab this rack with my hands and set it on the grate in here, and then I'm gonna put the probe in. There's the shoulder blade bone inside this roast, so when you insert your thermometer, you want to stay away from that, or it'll give you a false reading on your temperature. So I'm unable to show you. I'm going to set this in there, but I'm going to grab this rack right here on both sides and just lift it up. I'm going to put the probe on this thing and put it into the pork shoulder there. One thing I can't stress enough is the safety of any of this when you're messing with raw meat. You know, be careful with cross-contamination. You know, keep your hands clean. I wore gloves when I was messing with the raw meat. I'm gonna sanitize this probe before I put it in this shoulder roast, because if that probe is nasty, then I'm just gonna end up putting that into the meat. So I'm gonna sanitize the probe and get it into the shoulder. I put the probe hooks in right into this hole right here. You come up, go through that hole there. Shoulder's been on about an hour. I want to see how I'm doing on pellets. Still looking good there. Let's see what the meat temp is. 55 degrees. I'll check on it periodically and see how it's doing. It's about 15 till 11 a.m. So the shoulder's been on about not quite 3 hours. Started out at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna see what it's reading right now. 107 degrees, and it's looking pretty good. Like I said, this smoker, when I'm videoing, the bronze lid and stuff puts a weird tint reflection or something off of it on, you know, onto the meat, but it's not really that color. Still a nasty, misty, rainy day, about 40 degrees. I don't know how well this smoker would hold up out in the elements. I don't run it out where the rain and stuff can get it, and I keep it stored in the garage here. So my guess is, you know, on a day like today, I really wouldn't be able to use it outside without any kind of overhead protection. So I'm gonna let this thing go some more, and I'm gonna keep checking on it. I'm also in the middle of trying to get my furnace fixed today. It's been acting doing some crazy things, so in between messing with that, and I'm keeping an eye on this pork shoulder. So I'll check back here in a little bit and we'll see how it's doing. It's almost noon. Shoulder's been on almost 4 hours. Smoking here. I'm gonna take a look at it. Looking pretty good. 131 degrees. If you recall, I said 40 to 140 in 4 hours or less, so I started out at 32. I don't know exactly when I hit 40 degrees, but I'll be okay here. So I'm gonna get off here and go back to working on my furnace and keep an eye on this thing. Pellet wise, we're still doing pretty good. It's maybe used a quarter of the pellets, maybe, I don't know, somewhere around there. The hopper holds 18 pounds. Bag of pellets come in 20 pounds. Don't quite understand why they didn't make the hopper 20 pounds, but I got plenty of pellets here, so I think we're going to be in good shape. 1:30 p.m. Shoulder's 156 degrees. Let's see how it's looking. Oh yeah, looking pretty good. Now a lot of times when you're doing something like this in a smoker, you're going to hit what's called a stall, where your internal temperature, your meat won't really rise much. You're just gonna have to be patient, and some people will wrap whatever they're doing in foil to kind of power through the stall, but I don't. I just let it go. So we're gonna keep checking on this. I'm gonna add some more pellets here, and I'll check back. I'm not going to keep showing you guys every time. I'll just show you the end result here, the next one. So we'll see you later. 3:30 p.m. Shoulder roast. Internal temp 172 degrees. Man, it smells good. Alright guys, next time I'll probably just wait. So I'm trying not to make the video too long, so I'll just wait till it's completely done, show you the after, and then how we pull it. See you later. It's a little after 5:30 p.m. Pretty close to my 10-hour mark. Shoulder 199. I'm gonna call this good because I gotta wrap this up here, but I'm gonna show you some pictures then of the aftermath here. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't really say enough good things about this smoker. I wish I would have bought one years ago, to be honest with you. It's almost so easy, I feel like I'm cheating, but hopefully this is maybe inspired someone to give a go at this on your own. If you can make food like this at home, you know, there's no need to go out to eat. You know, your family and friends, I'm sure, will love you for it. I know my neighbors do, and my family. But if you guys got any questions, you know, let me know. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments below. It's been fun. It's been a long day. I did finally get the furnace working, I think. So we'll see how that goes. And everyone have a safe and happy holiday, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.